This is Chapter 5, Lesson 3, Compare and Order Integers. All right, so if I'm comparing integers, the first thing I want to look at is to compare integers, you can compare the signs as well as the magnitude or size of the number. Greater numbers are graphed farther to the right. So, for example, I can compare the signs. So, I have -3 and 2. Okay? -3 is going to be smaller than 2 because it's further to the left. Okay, so 2 is bigger than -3. Okay. I can also compare the position on the number line. So if I'm comparing -3 and -2, since -2 is farther to the right, -2 is bigger than -3. Okay? When I'm ordering integers, you can use a number line to order a set of integers. Integers can be ordered from least to greatest or from greatest to least. So you have to be very careful and make sure you know which way you're going. So let's take a look at some examples. Example 1 says, fill in the circle with less than, greater than, or equal to make a true statement. So 12 and -4. So I can graph 12 and -4 on a number line. So here's -4, and here's 12. So which one's bigger? Well, 12 is positive and -4 is negative. So 12 is bigger than -4. So 12 is greater than -4. Okay. Number 2 says Justin has a score of -4 on the Trueville trivia game. Desiree's score is -5. Write an inequality to compare the scores. Explain the meaning of the inequality. So, -4 and -5. -4 is closer to 0. So -4 is greater than -5. Since -4 is greater than -5, Justin, right, who had the score of -4, has a higher score than Desiree. Okay, number 3 says order the set -9, 6, -3, and 0. Okay, so I have -9, 6, -3, and 0. Okay? So method 1, I can use a number line, and I'm ordering them from least to greatest. So smallest to biggest, all right? So I'm going to graph each of these on a number line. So there's -9, there's 6, -3, and 0. Okay? So now I'm ordering them from least to greatest, from smallest to biggest. So my smallest number on my number line is -9. And then it's -3, and then it's 0, and then it's 6. So the order from left to right is -9, -3, 0, and 6, because that's the order they appear on the number line. Okay, method 2 is to compare signs and values. So I can compare negative numbers, and then I can compare the positive numbers. So the negative numbers are -9 and -3. Well, -9 is less than -3, so they're my first two numbers. The integer 0 is neither positive nor negative, so it has to come next. And then the positive integer is 6, so it has to be last. So the order from least to greatest is -9, -3, 0, and then 6. So you can use either method 1 or method 2, whichever one is easier for you. Okay? Here's a little cartoon for you. Hey, my number has more digits than yours, so I should be larger. But my number is to the right of yours on the number line, so its value is greater. So if you can see negative 14 and 5, 5 is bigger. Even though it's a smaller digit, 5 is bigger because it's further right on the number line. Okay. So absolute value is a distance. Distance is always positive, so absolute value is always positive. So those are two things to kind of keep in mind with this lesson. All right, so there are a couple of try-it problems. So I want you to go ahead, pause the video, try out the try-it problems, and then when you're done, we will go over the answers together. All right, now that you've had a chance to look over the try-it problems, let's go over the answers together. So letter A says negative 3 and negative 5. So I want to compare these. They're both negative, so I want to ask myself which one's closer to 0. So I can use a number line. Okay, so here's my number line. So I have negative 5 and negative 3. Negative 3 is closer to 0, so negative 3 is bigger, so it's greater than. Letter B, I have negative 5 and 0. Well, negative 5 is negative. 0 is neither negative or positive, so it's going to be less than. 0 is bigger than negative 5. Okay, and then letter C, I have 6 and negative 1. So 6 is positive, and then negative 1 is negative. So positive numbers are always bigger. So this one's greater than. Letter D says the temperature on Tuesday was 2 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature on Wednesday was negative 2 degrees Fahrenheit. Write an inequality to compare the temperatures. Explain the meaning of the inequality. So I have 2 and negative 2. One's positive, one's negative. So that means my positive number is bigger. So 2 is greater than negative 2. So then I need to explain the meaning. So the temperature on Tuesday, because Tuesday was 2 degrees, was higher than the temperature on Wednesday. So the temperature on Tuesday was higher than the temperature on Wednesday. Okay. Letter E says order the set negative 4, 3, 11, negative 25 from greatest to least. So first thing I want to look at, greatest to least. So that's the order I have to put them in. So there's negative 4. There's negative 4 on the number line. 3. About right there. $11. About right there. And negative 25 is right there. Okay? So I'm going from greatest to least. So that's the biggest number to the smallest number. So I'm going to start at the right. So I have 10. Now I have 11. Then I have the green, which is 3. And then I have negative 4 and negative 25. So that's from greatest to least. All right, letter F says order the set negative 18, 30, 12, negative 6, 3 from least to greatest. So I'm going from least to greatest, so smallest to biggest. Okay, I have negative 18, which is right there. 30, which is down here. Negative 6, and then 3. Okay, so there's all my numbers. So I'm going from least to greatest, so that's smallest to biggest. So my smallest is negative 18, and then it's negative 6, and then it's 3, and then the green, which is 12, and the purple, which is 30. So from least to greatest. And that is the end of lesson 3.